Beyond the Gates spoilers. Welcome back to the channel, my fellow drama addicts. Today is Wednesday, a beautiful day outside, but honestly, I haven't even looked out the window because my eyes have been completely glued to my screen. We have so much to unpack today, so grab your biggest cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive right into the absolute madness that just went down. I am sitting here in the dark, the blue light of my monitor just glaring at me, and I literally cannot breathe right now. I am typing this up so fast my fingers are actually cramping, but I don't even care because I cannot believe they just did that. I mean, my jaw is actually on the floor, and I am still trying to pick it up. If you haven't watched the latest episode yet, you need to click away right now, because I am about to spoil the absolute biggest, most earth-shattering plot twist this show has given us in years, and I do not say that lightly. I've been watching this show religiously since 2015, and I thought I had seen every possible betrayal, every crazy twist, and every single soapy trope they could possibly throw at us. But this is on another level entirely. It changes absolutely everything we know. Dani Dupree just dropped the mother of all atomic bombs. Chelsea is not Bill's daughter. I repeat, Chelsea is not Bill's biological child. I am screaming. I was literally yelling at my television screen when she said it, just full-on screaming in my living room like a crazy person. Because for years, for absolute years, we have been fed this narrative about the Hamilton family dynamics, about Bill's legacy, about how deeply tied he is to Dani through their children, and now it is all a lie. A massive, decades-long lie that Dani has been carrying around this whole time. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up because I am so hyped on adrenaline right now I can't even form a linear thought. Okay, back to the point. Let's set the stage for how we even got to this explosive moment. Because the build-up was just as agonizing and stressful as the reveal itself. We all know Dani has been acting completely out of her mind lately. I love Dani. I really do. But she has been testing my absolute last nerve. She has been making the worst possible decisions a human being can make, and it has been so frustrating to watch. So, she makes this massive, humiliating Freudian slip at the hospital. She actually calls Bill her husband in front of everyone. In the present tense? I mean, girl, what are you doing? You have a whole other husband at home. Andre is literally right there, being the most patient, supportive, absolute saint of a man on the planet. And Dani is out here acting like it's 2015 again, and she still misses Bill Hamilton. It's embarrassing. It is so deeply embarrassing to watch her regress like this, trauma bonding herself back to the man who ruined her life. And of course, Vernon and Anita are not having it. You guys know Vernon. He is the stern patriarch. He does not play games, and he certainly does not tolerate foolishness from his children. So, when he and Anita pulled Dani aside for the umpteenth time for a family tribunal, I was cheering them on. I was like, yes, finally, someone needs to shake this woman by her shoulders and wake her up. They are so worried she is reconnecting with this awful ex, and they are totally justified in their fear. Because think about it from Vernon and Anita's perspective. They watched Bill completely destroy their daughter. They watched this powerful, arrogant, selfish man leave Dani for Haley. And not just any woman, but Haley, their daughter's best friend, the girl they practically raised when her parents died. The absolute disrespect of it all is staggering. Vernon and Anita have carried that grudge for years, and rightfully so. They know Bill is toxic waste, and they will do anything to protect Dani from him, even if they have to protect her from herself. So they corner Dani. They are interrogating her, demanding to know what on earth is going on in her head. They are terrified, and honestly, so am I, that she is going to fall right back into Bill's trap. And Dani is standing there, looking like a deer in headlights, trying to defend herself. But how do you defend calling your ex-husband your current husband in public? You can't. It is indefensible. And you can see the panic setting in as her parents just relentlessly grill her. And the whole time this interrogation is happening, I am sitting on the edge of my seat, biting my nails down to the quick, terrified that she is going to slip up about the elevator. You know what I'm talking about. The tornado. The secret hookup. Am I the only one who has been losing sleep over this elevator secret? Because it is a ticking time bomb, and I just know it is going to blow up in her face. If Vernon and Anita find out that Dani actually slept with Bill in that elevator while the tornado was ripping through Fairmont Crest, Vernon might actually have a heart attack. Or he might just march down to the hospital and murder Bill himself. I mean, it's one thing to have lingering feelings, it's another thing entirely to act on them while you are married to a man like Andre. Dani is playing with literal fire. And she is going to burn the whole Dupree Richardson family tree down to the roots if she isn't careful. But the interrogation just keeps escalating. Vernon is pushing, Anita is crying and pleading, asking Dani why she can't just let this man go. Why is she at the hospital? Why is she hovering over his bed while his actual wife, the evil Black Widow Haley, is lurking around the corridors? And Dani is getting more and more defensive. You can see the sheer panic in her eyes. The walls are closing in on her, and she has nowhere left to run. And then it happens. The pressure becomes too much. Vernon says something about Bill's ties to her, about how they will always be connected because of the kids, but that doesn't mean she has to be his nursemaid. He pushes that specific, highly sensitive button about Bill's rights as a father, about his grand legacy, and how they will always be a family because of Chelsea and the others. And Dani just snaps, like a total psychological break right there in the middle of the room. She literally screams it. Chelsea isn't even his. The way the silence fell over that room, I got chills. Actual, literal chills all over my body. Carla Mosley deserves an Emmy for that delivery alone. The raw, unadulterated rage, the exhaustion, the years of repressed secrets just exploding out of her. She didn't just say it, she weaponized it. She threw it out there like a grenade to blow up the entire conversation, and boy did it work. I have to pause here because we need to deeply unpack this. Chelsea is not Bill's daughter. Chelsea, the daughter whose best friend Haley stole her father. The layers of psychological trauma here are astounding. For years, we thought Chelsea's ultimate betrayal was losing her dad to her best friend. But now, the man wasn't even her biological dad. It makes the whole Haley and Bill affair even more twisted and bizarre than it already was. And we have to talk about Bill. Oh my God, Bill. He didn't see this coming. Nobody saw this coming. The arrogance of Bill Hamilton has always been rooted in his legacy, his bloodline, his absolute control over his family. He has always held this smug superiority over Dani, believing that no matter what he did to her, no matter how badly he treated her or humiliated her with Haley, she would always be tethered to him because of their children. But this destroys him. It completely emasculates him in the most profound way possible. And I am sorry, but I am kind of here for it. I know I shouldn't be cheering for a family being torn apart, but after everything Bill has done, after the way he threw Dani away like garbage for a younger woman, this is karma of the highest order, and it is being served ice cold right to his hospital bed. And speaking of Haley, can we just imagine her reaction when she finds this out? She is already the worst Black Widow copycat in soap history. I mean, she's been slowly poisoning this man since October 2025, and he's still kicking. She is terrible at being a villain. But when she finds out that her husband's prized daughter, her former best friend, isn't even his blood, she is going to use this. She is going to spin this to make Dani look like the ultimate villain to everyone in town. But we also have to hold Dani accountable here. I love her, but wow, the hypocrisy is staggering. She has been playing the victim for years, the scorned wife, the woman who was betrayed by her husband and her surrogate daughter. And all this time, she has been sitting on a secret of this magnitude. She lied to Bill for decades. She let him raise a child that wasn't his. That is dark, you guys. That is really, really dark. And it completely changes how I view her character. Which brings me to the absolute most important question. WHO is Kelsey's real father. I am losing my mind trying to figure this out. Is it someone we already know? Is it a legacy character? Could it be someone from Vernon's past that he hated? Could it be? Wait, I don't even want to say it because it would be too gross. But what if it's someone connected to Andre? No, that timeline doesn't make sense at all. But still, the writers have opened Pandora's box with this one, and the theories are going to be wild. And poor Andre. Can we please pour one out for Andre Richardson? The man is dealing with a mystery stalker, sending him cryptic texts. He is trying to hold his life together, and his wife is not only emotionally cheating on him, and physically, if we count the elevator, which we absolutely do, but now she is revealed to be a massive, chronic liar. How is Andre going to look at her after this? How can he ever trust a single word that comes out of her mouth again? Remember when they tried a paternity twist with another character a few years ago? Yeah, didn't work then either, because it felt so forced and random. But this feels incredibly earned. It completely recontextualizes every single interaction Dani and Bill have ever had. Every argument about parenting, every time Bill claimed he knew what was best for his daughter, it was all built on a massive, shaky foundation of lies. The fallout from this is going to be nuclear. Vernon and Anita looked like they were going to pass out. I mean, the camera zoomed in on Vernon's face, and you could literally see the veins popping out of his forehead. They pride themselves on family, honor, and respectability. To find out their daughter has been carrying a lie this deep and this dark, Vernon is going to look at Dani completely differently now. The pedestal he had her on, despite her recent mistakes, is completely shattered into a million pieces. And Chelsea. My heart actually breaks for Chelsea. She has already been through so much trauma with the Haley situation. When she finds out that her entire identity, her entire biological connection to the Hamilton name is a lie, it is going to destroy her. She is going to spiral. And I am dreading watching it because it's going to be so painful to see her world crash down all over again. And let's not forget the absolute absurdity of the current timeline. Bill is literally in a hospital bed, recovering from whatever toxic sludge Haley has been slipping into his coffee, and he is still trying to seduce Dani. He is literally trying to get her into bed while hooked up to an IV. The man has absolutely no shame, no boundaries, and no respect for anyone's marriage, including his own. But this secret changes everything. The power dynamic has completely flipped on its head. Bill thought he was reeling Dani back in. He thought he was successfully manipulating her trauma bond to get her back into his orbit. But now he is the one who has been made a fool of. His entire ego is wrapped up in his kids, and Dani just took a sledgehammer to it. I know some people are loving this twist, and some people think it ruins Dani's character forever. Personally, I am here for the mess. I watch this show for the high-stakes drama, and this is top-tier, Emmy-winning soap opera goodness. But I swear, if Dani still goes back to Bill after screaming this secret at him, I'm going to throw my TV straight out the window. What do you guys think? Am I the only one who thinks this is the best twist they've done in years? Let me know in the comments, because I am going to be awake all night thinking about this.